Hello, welcome to the show. This is HackHunter, where we show you some of the best and worst tattoo artists that are in your city. Now, stick around for this episode because Ashley wrote in from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and she was looking for our help finding a color pop artist out there. So, I set the team on it, but we didn't do much searching because, to be honest, I know the perfect artist for you, Ashley. Enter Mr. Rocket. You can find him at Sanctuary Tattoo Gallery, along with a roster of just killers. You guys definitely go check out these guys, especially David Ekstrom, George Lopez. These are some unbelievably good artists. I could spend a week doing episodes on these guys, but for this one, I'm going to be talking about Rocket, and you can check out his Instagram, Team Rocket Tattoo on Instagram. Definitely do your own research, but let me show you the highlights. Bam! Look at this venom. Wow. Now this right here encompasses his style. He does a lot of, I guess you would call it neo-traditional. A lot of it kind of resembles new school, but it's definitely neo-traditional at heart, and that's what he represents on his Instagram page. So I think that's what he would prefer I say. He's a neo-traditional artist, but man, he has got his own unique style, and this just encompasses it perfectly. Just beautiful color blends, solid saturated color, very, very buttery smooth line work, and awesome custom designs. I mean, I'm going to flip through these and show you, but look at how well he did. He converted it to his own style, but it's absolutely recognizable, and these yellows and light greens that he used, these are very easy tones to make overworked, because a lot of artists, while you're working them, it's hard to tell if they're in the skin properly, so artists will go over them, and you'll see a lot of blood and welting that occurs because of this. But in all of his, you see very buttery smooth saturation in there, and really, really clean blending as well. I really got to appreciate the red lining he did on the gums here too. A really neat little detail there that elevates the piece. Here's a really cool one where it's a tattoo machine. You can see it right there. It's kind of hidden inside this flower. I think it's a chrysanthemum. He did something really cool here with color theory, and he made it purple and pink tattoo machine, but it was surrounded by an orange and red petal flower. So he wanted to differentiate it. So he included this sort of mint and teal on the underside of the flower here, and that's what differentiates the tattoo machine very well. That's really, really clever color theory stuff, and throughout his whole portfolio, I just saw that exact kind of thing. And his style lends very, very well to anime, so all you anime fans, we've been getting a lot of requests for anime artists out there lately, and Rocket definitely is able to convert his style into anime well, or vice versa, but it comes out this cool kind of 3D anime effect, and I really like the white work in here. If you just pay attention, these small white dots, small edges here, the little glare effects in little perfect spots really, really brings this piece together, and it's those kind of things that make it pop to your eye for sure. Here's a dragon that he did. Again, it kind of has that anime flair, but he kind of converted it to his own style. I give him major props because he's using multiple line weights. He's using color lining in there, but he's also keeping it simple, and this is a really great example of when less is more, because he's not trying to blow it out with a bunch of tiny texture details everywhere and little tricks and everything. He just keeps it really simple, and it just comes out very beautiful, clean, bold, solid work. Again, a nice little color theory trick here, this little mint tone contrasting off the red in the claws, beautifully done there. It just really accentuates it, brings it to life, and he brought those highlights all the way up here on the horns as well. I really like this transition too. That's really cool, transitioning the teal to the gold there at the tip. Really neat. But again, less is more. He's not going overboard with it. These are tattoos that are going to stand the test of time and be recognizable from a great distance because of it, the way that he does it. So here's a little Kabuki Mask. I really like the contrast in this one down here. Again, he really, really likes this sort of teal mint green here, whatever color it is. I know he's sponsored by Industry Inks, and for all the tattoo artists out there, if you've never tried Industry Inks, I did get myself a set. I'm not sponsored by him, so this is not a promo, but I did get them, and they're sort of a medium thin viscosity, and it really lended to saturating easily. So any artist out there that does color pop kind of work, or any kind of color saturation, definitely give them a try. You might dig them as much as they do. I like the way he did skulls too. Very unique kind of custom way that he does his skulls. The purple inset in the inside there just really, really accentuates this whole thing. Again, loves that teal color, but it just pops off of every other color he uses, so I don't blame him. I really love the tone. This was one of my favorite ones, though, of his. I had to show it again. He's got this red color lining in here that kind of creates that shelf of the teeth. I really like the way that looks. And then these jewels up here. If it weren't for that white work that he does so well in saturating the white, it would not come out this way. And that's something that I think Industry Inks did well. They become my primary use for white, so I absolutely love them and give them props for their white. Big fan. He does a lot of these sort of female faces, surrealistic kind of faces, and I really like this one because look at how thin and perfect these straight lines are. Man, that's awesome. And then this sort of speckled backdrop, that takes a lot of time and energy to do that, and for something that when you zoom out, it's kind of an afterthought for some artists, but really kind of elevates the piece when you look at that backdrop. So I think he did a great job there. The brown lining inside the gold mask, really kind of clever trick there as well. But yeah, these are surrealistic. He's not going for realism. He doesn't need to. It's not his style. I like that he stays in his lane. He's very good at these things. Look at this little mushroom cap on her. That's just beautiful. I love it. Again with the hair, though. Look at this thin seam line hair. Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And this is one of the last ones I'll show you. But yeah, he did, again, this speckling detail. You can see that it's his style. He sticks to it. He knows what he's doing. He does it well, and he just knocks them out of the park every time. So Rocket, man, I'm very, very happy to showcase you, man. Your saturation's on point. Your blending's on point. Your line work is on point. I got nothing to complain about. HackHunter approved all day. Stick around for part number 2, though. Anybody there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we found an artist you might want to avoid. All right, here we go.